It is Black History Month, and to celebrate, ColorComm, the platform addressing diversity and inclusion across the communications field, is shining a spotlight on 28 Black women who are making history today. And joining me now, Lauren Wesley Wilson, founder and CEO of ColorComm. Welcome, Lauren. And can I just say I'm really proud to mention, because this list includes some of my colleagues here at NBC, Tiffany Cross, who precedes me here on MSNBC Weekends, Chanel Jones, who's a weekend anchor formerly and anchors part of the Today Show. So I'm really proud of their accomplishments. But walk us through your choices for this year's list and the impact that these women have had.
Thank you, Alex, for joining me. Every year, it is so hard to narrow it down to 28 women who are making history this year. So many of the cars that we love and the entertainment that we consume, the technology that consume, the brands that we love, there's a marketing and communication strategy behind it. And these women on this list are the ones responsible for why we like certain products, why we know of certain brands. And so that is why we narrowed it down to these 28 extraordinary women who are really making change right now.
But it's beyond just business. I mean, why big picture is it so essential to have these voices represented in communications and in news for these two that I mentioned specifically?
Well, they're reflective of America. We need diversity at the table, diverse way of thinking, diverse way of decision making, diverse voices lead to a better product, lead to a better news. And it's just so important that we bring these voices together and highlight these women and their stories and the impact that they're making.
Yeah, I'm going to have Steve, my producer, put back this list again, because I think, you know, the I Spy with my little eye, I think Yamiche Alcindor, also with NBC News, is on this list. I mean, it is an extraordinary, there she is. I think she's right underneath the 8. Anyway, it's remarkable, the accomplishments of these women. But here's what's notable. Many on your list, Lauren, they're the first Black woman or woman of color to hold their positions. What does that tell you about where we are as a society, big picture?
We're moving in a better direction. Jessica Krull, she's the first Black editor-in-chief of Allure magazine. We have the first Nichelle Turner, Entertainment Tonight, first host of that. And so many women are the first to hold their positions, but it showcases that we are here. You know, oftentimes companies share that they don't know where to find executive women of color to lead their companies. And we push back and we say, we are here and we are represented, and you need to get to know our stories, and you need to do some homework, you need to do some research. And this is why it is so important to bring this list to light. Yeah,
so I'm curious, when you tell them they have won, what's their reaction other than, really? That's cool. I mean, do they see it as a statement as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it certainly shows their value inside their companies. It really highlights the work and campaigns that they've done. And many of these women are behind the scenes. You mentioned the women who are a little bit more visible, who have shows at NBC, but some of these women are really behind the scenes doing the work and oftentimes don't get the credit and don't get recognized by their own companies or just the industry as a whole. So this certainly does that. And so many of these women have been very excited. We have a social campaign going on, and we are sharing the stories for 28 days during the 28 days of Black History Month. And so join along, learn about us, follow us at ColorComm, and get to know the work that they're doing and the history that they're making.
Totally worth it. And I'm going to add, I know Yvette Miley, one of my former bosses, a behind-the-scenes rock star. She was honored by your ColorComm group again, so before rather. So Lauren Wesley Wilson, thank you so much for coming and talking with me. Let's have a date next year when you put out the list again. Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Next year is going to be even harder. Thank you so much, Alex.
All right, that's going to do it for me on this edition of Alex Reports. I'll see you again tomorrow at noon Eastern. My friend Yasmin Vasugian continues our coverage.